Welcome back to Mastering Rogue Legacy with Brian. And today, in New Game Plus, we have Sergan's II, who's the Hokage. And it occurs to me that as a Hokage, I do not need the sprint or dash rune, and so I should swap that out for a bounty rune, and we can earn even more money. I am going to make this a run. We could probably take on Johannes again, but then I'm afraid for how I will do moving into New Game Plus. Do we have by any chance enough money to buy any cheap equipment? We still do not. Okay. So let's go ahead. Okay, so we're hitting for 330. We can do that. We don't have a sprint, but we do have the Hokage's replacement technique as a kind of a teleport dash. So that is what we are equipped with. Gonna do this as mostly a run to farm some gold and to gain some more fairy chests. Okay, do not press up. This controller has a tendency to press up. I don't accidentally want to go on the door. And the main reason that I'm doing that is... Oops. Because I know that as you first get into a new level of, you know, New Game Plus or New Game Plus Plus, it is often the case that the game gets much more difficult right at the beginning. And so I want to be a little bit over-leveled and over-prepared before we advance forward into the next level of Rogue Legacy, because I think that's just going to be good strategy. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to at least try to clear out all the areas with this character. If we still have hit points and, you know, magic points, if we still feel ready to go after Johannes after the entire rest of the world is cleared, then by all means we'll go do that, and we'll be awesome and possibly, you know, take out everything with this character, which I think is a possibility. And so, yeah, I expect this character is going to do very well. So let's head for the dungeon first. We can always back off, and let's hope that this is Helios's blessing. Hyperion's Ring. That also doesn't suck. I'll take it. Alright, so we've got a free Death Defy. And that will also help us in a variety of ways. Oops. Oh, I hate this room. Is there anything behind it? No, it's a dead end. I'm going to leave the chest in there. Maybe towards the end of the run we'll go in there and get it. Yeah, I could get it now, too. I just don't want to. I feel pretty confident that I could actually get through there and get back and not do too badly. But it's the beginning of the day, and I would prefer to work on more fun and exciting rooms. I guess since I've already peeked in here and this is a dead end, I better clear it out now. Otherwise I'm going to forget about it. Oh, hello, painting. I'm a Hokage who hits for 330. Whereas you are a bad guy in the castle, and so that's not going to go well for you. I'm pretty sure I can one-hit everything in the castle. Things will change in the dungeon, I expect. Yeah, so in any case, as I'm getting kind of settled into... Here we go, here's the entrance to the dungeon. Rogue Legacy play. Actually, perhaps I will save the storytelling for a slightly easier area. But yeah, I've been watching other people as they first got into New Game Plus 2, and it was just reminding me of just how difficult that's going to be and how much of a challenge, and I was like, why don't I use this character to farm for a few more fairy chests, get a few more stat upgrades, get plenty more gold so I can continue to upgrade my attack power and magic attack and even start working on critical strike and things like that. I think that may be the smartest thing to do. So here we are. But I just wanted to explain myself, because some people will be like, your last character beat all 4 of the bosses. You guys remember that? That was awesome. And so why not just go straight for Johannes, because obviously you were strong enough. And the answer is because I'm scared of what's ahead. Alright, so I think we've covered that topic pretty well. And I think I actually... Ooh, hello. Can I hit you guys? I can hit you with the chakram. And I could probably afford to... Yeah, let's give this a try. Trade off some magic for some hit points. Oh, you are free. How did you get out of here, Gravisaur? That's confusing me a tiny bit, I will confess. I'm unclear how we got out of there. Okay, hit points are doing just fine. We're not going to be able to get money from these guys, and... I can't get into that chest. Can I get into that chest? Hold on. Can the Hokage teleport to a dwarf tunnel? He might be able to do this, actually. No, I still end up hitting the wall. Just gonna try again, just to be absolutely sure. Okay. I vaguely had the idea that the Hokage's teleportation ability might allow them to fit through the dwarf tunnel, but apparently that is not the case. And so we'll move on. That chest is simply unobtainable by this character. Alright, and this is merely a... what do we have? Bloobs, blue bites. I guess this is a blue bite, not a Blubosaurus Rex, is what I'm trying to say. Yikes! Okay, I'm not playing this very well. Let's back off for just a second here. I can get some hit points from those guys. You take a step back, please. There you go. Darn it! Okay. Let's focus on the game. 9 hit points back per kill. Darn it! 234. I should potentially back off. Yeah, I should back off. Okay, I'm gonna back off to an easier area. I will see you guys in a moment. We're back in the castle. I'm gonna try to find the entrance to the forest. That is a mini-boss. So let's leave the painting undisturbed and just grab some of this stuff. I'm pretty tempted, though. How many hit points does he have? 1541. I'm heading for like 330. I think I can do this, actually. Let's give it a try. Nice! Very nice. Okay. And we get a Retribution Sword. Cool. Alright. I'm pretty happy with that. And now that we're in the castle, I can afford to do some storytelling. No jumping. Not a problem. We could use the Hokage's teleport ability, but I always like to use the Sky Rune. And so I will use the Sky Rune. Sky Rune, it's the best rune in the game. Other than Vampire Runes. Hit point increase +5. Yay. And now that we got the fairy chest, we can jump all we want. So, I was helping a friend of mine yesterday. So first off, it's continued to be hot here in Seattle, although it finally, again, I'm recording this from like almost 2 weeks ago probably. It finally cooled down a little bit because we got a little bit of rain last night. And so that was good. And as usual, I'm recording this, get up early in the morning to record while it's still cool, when I can close the windows and make it so I'm not getting outside noises creeping into the recording, but still have the apartment be cool enough that neither Brian nor the computer is going to overheat. And so, in any case, I'm saying all that, it's been hot. Yikes! Okay, hold on. Let me focus on this room for just a moment here. And so I've been looking for ways... Yo, boy, nice dodge. Good job, Brian. Looking for ways to escape the heat of my apartment. And one of the ways to do that is to go over to my friend's house, even if it means doing work. And so a friend of mine is doing... Oh, boy, 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 you guys hit super hard. So let's use our strategy of taking out the projectile enemies first. And then the Gray Barons will be easy. So a friend of mine is renovating his bathroom. And so was replacing the door to the bathroom with a pocket door, and had already done some of the work, had taken out the old door and put up kind of like the rail that the new pocket door is going to ride along. Let's see, can I hit you? Oh, I missed. That was not the best chakram that was ever thrown in the history of Rogue Legacy. Let's try that again. That was also no good. Okay, apparently as a Hokage, in addition to not having strong magic powers, I also don't have strong magic gameplay. And so basically, today what we needed to do was put up new drywall for the wall that was taken out for the pocket door. A pocket door, by the way, is just, it's like one of those sliding doors. Since I'm doing some storytelling, let's go to the right towards the forest rather than up towards the Maya. And so basically, oops, basically it is a door that, you know, slides away and hides inside the wall. And yeah, they wanted to put a pocket door on it because the bathroom is a little bit small, and they're actually adding... they took out a closet previously, so they have extra space now that's moving into the bathroom, and so they're going to add a shower to that bathroom, and then take away the bathroom's old shower, which is through the adjacent wall to the master bathroom. This is like the guest bathroom. I'm not going to be able to describe all the work that's going on here. Let's focus on the work that was actually happening. The pocket door. There are big long-term plans. But basically, they wanted extra space, and a normal door, you know, opens into the bathroom, and so, you know, will take up some space inside the bathroom when the door is open, whereas a pocket door simply slides away into the wall. And so, installing the pocket door, had taken down the wall, put in the railing that the pocket door kind of slides along, and now just needed to put up new drywall and install the rest of the door. And for the drywall, you can buy big drywall panels that come in, I guess, what is it, like 8 feet high is like floor to ceiling kind of like height, and 4 feet wide was like the section of this wall or something. It wasn't exactly those dimensions, we had to trim it down a little bit. But tried, oops, alright, that did not work. I'm not very good at doing down strikes on those things. I'm still pretty low on hit points, so let's continue to be careful. This is a room that I can kind of take my time in and be careful with, and should yield a bunch of hit points back, assuming I played it correctly. And I'm pretty sure I can stand right here. Great. So, we were hanging drywall, and then it was perhaps one of the more difficult things was to get this huge drywall panel that was the dimensions I just described, like through the front door and into the house, and it's tall enough that it can't stand up because there's like a little bit of a drop between the hardwood floors and the actual kind of like, I don't know, base of the house that the hardwood floors are sitting on or whatever that were exposed during the work. Some of this is because I'm trying to play Rogue Legacy at the same time, and so I don't have as much brain power to tell the story. And some of this is as I'm trying to describe the work. Like, I don't even know the right words to describe it, really. So this is going to be... Not that Brian was ever a good storyteller with all the video games that he plays, but this is going to be an even less good Brian story than usual, I think. Alright, let's go ahead and kill this thing. Hooray! And kill this guy. And kill this guy. Okay, awesome. We get to the fairy chest. We took no damage. Armor increase +2. Hooray. And so, even after we managed to get, like, the drywall panel through the front door of the house and into, like, the front foyer, which is, like, just around the corner from where the guest bathroom is and where we want to hang it, like, we had to, like, back off. First, we had to, like, maneuver it all around just to get it through the foyer so that we could actually shut the front door, because I mentioned it's a hot spell, and they have air conditioning, but all the air conditioning is, like, going out of the front door of the house while we have the front door open, which we can't actually close the front door to the house because this panel is in the way. So we have to, like, figure out, like, 3 different ways to rotate the panel around so that we can actually shut the front door behind it. And then once we get it in and close to where it needs to go, we had it leaning the wrong way because there's like a little slit in the floor where the floor goes down farther, and the bottom portion of the panel needed to fit into the slit. And so we had to, they have a big kind of dining room area or whatever, and so we had to move the panel down the hall into the dining room area, which was a big enough room that we could actually turn the whole thing around and tilt it back the other way so it would actually be in the right orientation, that we could actually finally move it into the place that it needed to go. And then we tried to move it in there, and we tried to slide it down kind of into place. It was kind of like starting where the pocket door was going to go, and then sliding over to the wall that the pocket door is in, that the drywall was going to be covering now that the pocket door was installed. And it was not fitting because kind of like down in the little slit that the very base of the drywall panel was going into, there was, I don't know, it was just like dust and crap, or there was also just some of the hardwood floors, like the edge there was a little bit rough, and so basically the panel was getting caught on the edge, and so we're using various tools to try to... This is a room that sometimes has a fairy chest hidden in the ceiling, and sadly, this particular instance of this room does not have a fairy chest hidden in the ceiling. So using tools to clean that out, and then the one complication was that there was a light switch panel on this particular wall where the drywall is, so we had to like cut out a little corner of the drywall for where the light switch panel was going to go, and managed to cut that in not exactly the right spot, and so as we were trying to slide the drywall panel in, it was getting caught up on the light switch panel, and so we were trying to adjust that. It was a task that should have been simple. It actually, honestly, still was reasonably simple, but took more time. Everything always takes more time than you expect. I suppose that's probably doubly so when you actually own the home. Oh my goodness, I did not see the working coming. For me, who's just there to help and enjoy the air conditioning, rather than a hot apartment. Yeah, I wasn't too stressed about it. I do have a chakram. I keep forgetting that I have a chakram, and it will actually work pretty well here. Yes. Took out the worgen, and then brilliantly jumped into a spike ball to ensure that I still took damage, even though I did a brilliant move on the worgen. Nice job, Brian. Let's go ahead and soften up this guy with a chakram, and then I think a second chakram might take him out. One of the spiky balls died, because I just saw... Oh, crap! There's another worgen there. Who would have thunk it? I might have been able to hear him. I hadn't been talking the whole time. You and your storytelling, Brian. It's gonna get you into trouble. Yikes. Alright, I cannot hit you through the wall. I need to dodge, dodge, dodge. I should exit the room. And fight. Darn it. You tricky guy. Hitting me through the wall with your crazy fire projectiles. In the end, we got it all done. It looks pretty good. It's basically just kind of two adjacent drywall panels now, and so there's still some molding to do and some mudding, kind of like to get the drywalls all... Hey, we're back up to maximum hit points. Actually, we're just short, and we're just short of maximum magic points as well. Oh, but this is perfect. We just found a teleporter room, so now I can teleport back to the castle, and I guess head back down into the dungeon, since we're pretty much up to max. So let's just teleport back down to the dungeon entrance, and we'll try to play a little bit better. So in any case, that kept me occupied for a few hours during the heat of the day. I got to, yikes, both be somewhere where there was air conditioning, so I wasn't dying in my own apartment, and help out a friend, and so yeah, it was all good. So that was some of my fun for yesterday afternoon. After yesterday morning, which is when I recorded the awesome episode where we defeated 4 bosses with a single character. I actually managed to record 4 episodes yesterday morning, because I've been that productive recently with video recording while trying to get ahead before my vacation. Down to Florida at the end of July and beginning of August. Okay, so I am taking some damage once again in the dungeon, which is to be expected. However, if I focus, perhaps we won't take any more damage in this room. Probably unlikely, because honestly, these chain text guys are the worst. You hear that? You're the worst! Not even Britta can chop the chain texes. Saw that ninpo just in time. The Land of Darkness, the fact that you can't quite see everything because there's less light down here, really does affect the gameplay, at least it does for me. Harder to see enemies who are not right in your field of view, right near the center of the screen, near your character. Alright, I'm not doing a good job of getting the spiky balls to die in the wall. But I am doing a good job of staying alive and not take the damage, so let's continue to do that, please. Yikes, crap. Alright, ouch. Go away. Do not like you. Hey, I'm still doing pretty well in hit points. So let's continue to advance through the dungeon. Hello, I see you sneaking up. I see you too, boy. Oh boy, darn it. And I didn't want to move further into the room, because I was afraid more enemies would come at me. Oh, there wasn't a further into the room. I should have dodged further over to the left then. That was a mistake. But that's okay. We're allowed to occasionally make mistakes. We continue to learn as we continue to get better and hopefully eventually master Rogue Legacy, as the series title would suggest. Alright, I'm just kind of wandering throughout the dungeon in order to gain all the gold, clear out all the areas. If I find the boss room once again, depending upon how my hit points are, I may teleport back to the castle and go try to find the Maya entrance if I'm getting a little low. Let's see. Yeah, but it ended up raining last night. Oh, I tried to press the sprint button, forgetting that I'm a Hokage, and I should have been using the Hokage special ability button. Slayer Helm! Very nice. I wonder if eventually we're going to get any of the dark gear, or if that's only going to be available in New Game Plus 2. Can't remember. Hey! Let's remember that this is here, so if I end up using up Hyperion's Ring, we can come back and pray once again. But Hyperion's Ring is pretty good to free Death Defy. And so I think I will leave that statue there. Fairy chest, no jumping. No jumping, no problem. I know the layout of this room very well. Go to the second one from the end, and then go all the way down the other side, which brings you to the fairy chest. Magic point increase, +5. Very nice. And I forget, is there other furniture hiding in here somewhere? Maybe not. Just wondering if there's other things I might be able to break in here that might contain a coin. Let's not get too greedy. We got a fairy chest, we got a new stat upgrade. That is good stuff. And I can't remember if I finished this room or not. Perhaps I did. Random teleporter. Fortunately, my controller did not erroneously register an up. And I think this is going to be a good place to use magic. So let's grab the chakram, which is this button. Okay. And cast a few of those. Darn it. Okay, took out the plantite, softened up the ninpo, broke apart a blue bite into bite-sized pieces, and there's a pupil over here, and I haven't been using magic very much. So let's go ahead and take out the pupil as well. Nice. Alright, because wall turrets plus blue bites are already enough of a challenge for Brian by themselves. Oh, there's another pupil over here. And another ninpo. Okay, and... Alright, let's do this. I think that might have been not at the right height. Oh, it still worked. Okay, great. And I might be even able to hit both these guys. Yes! Nice. I got the chakram at the correct height to hit multiple enemies. I'm so proud of myself. Yikes! Yikes! Ouch! 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 Yeah, these rooms with the wall turrets, which... I mean, I guess they just have one name, and so it's called wall turrets, but it's really kind of like ceiling turrets or floor turrets. Blah, 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 blah. In this room are definitely some of the most difficult rooms for me. I think even with just the wall turrets, when there's two, one in the ceiling and one on the floor right next to each other, I still haven't kind of figured out or internalized the correct timing in order to dodge those just on their own. And when you add other enemies who are shooting at me, darn it, into the equation, yikes, I'm taking a fair amount of damage here. I need to be very careful. Then I really struggle. Okay, what other enemies are to the right of this room, and do I need to fire a chakram? Let's just fire a speculative chakram. Okay, there's a ninpo and an Ison. I have plenty of mana, but I haven't been using on much else. So let's try to hit those guys. Couple more times so that I don't have to deal with them. Alright, the Ison's probably still there, but he should be a one-hit kill at this point. There he is. Crap! Except for I can't jump up and hit him, and he wasn't a one-hit kill! Darn it! Are there multiple Isons? There might be multiple Isons. And then there's still this guy. Okay, he's gone. I got the furniture that was up here. Here he is. There's another Ison. Okay, that's the Ison who is now a one-hit kill. And that's the ninpo who's already been softened up by the chakrams. Okay. I'm pretty low on hit points. Darn it. That's a dead end. Yeah, I'm low enough on hit points that the smart thing to do is to back off. I will meet you guys as we go try to find the entrance to the Maya. It turned out that the entrance to the Maya was directly above the entrance to the forest. So I found it immediately upon teleporting. And given where my hit points are, I decided that instead of going into either the Maya or the forest, instead I would explore more of the castle and gain some more hit points back, both through vampirism and through... Is there anything in this room? There is not. Alright, fair enough. And through hopefully finding some chicken legs. That's not a room that I want to run headlong into. I just saw you. Don't know how I missed that guy before when I was in this room. I defeated one of these guys before. It only takes like 5 hits, right? Yeah, I should be able to do this. Alright, took a hit. That's okay. Oh, can I get this money? It is stuck in the wall. Boo! Rogue Legacy really needs a coin magnet. I think I mentioned that before. Holy Cape. Very nice. We are definitely filling out pretty much all of the equipment, save for the dark equipment. Let's see, this guy's gonna be caught up here. I think the dark equipment has some really good, like, things where it gives you, like, you know, like, things that 2 different runes would normally have to give you. And so it's a great way to kind of, like, stack up on extra power-ups, if I'm remembering correctly. Some of the holy gear might be like that, too, though. I forget. In any case, after this run, obviously we'll take a look at whatever new equipment... Oh, hey, here's the boss room. I accidentally hit the button. And teleported back here. Let's teleport back to that boss room. Welcome back. And I still didn't even complete the room below me, but so long as I'm here, I'll go ahead and grab the easy gold that's right here. Still trying to save up the healing fountains and things until I really need them. Or healing fountains. Healing statues. Yikes. Okay. I was starting to say something and then I accidentally teleported and... Right! Oh, the gear. So yeah, definitely we'll check out whatever new gear we've gotten. And it could be the case that there's some of the kind of like rune properties stacking things on some of the existing equipment that I've already managed to pick up. Okay, if I manage to get a few more hit points back, then I think we will go ahead and head up into the Maya and see if we can either get a sense if our hit points are going to go up or down in the Maya. Yeah, we're probably good enough right now. Let's go ahead and teleport up there. As I mentioned, the entrance was right above the entrance to the forest. So let's see how this character fares in the Maya. Yikes, I do not like you guys. And you are still 1-hit kill, great. And all of you are trapped up there. I could use some hit points through vampirism, so... Oops. This is another reason I like the Sky Rune, is basically you can just kind of float up and then be at an opportune height to hit the guys in the ceiling. Okay, great. I'm almost at maximum hit points. Sadly, I can't get to that money. Oh boy! Yikes, yikes! Nice dodge. Alright, I'm pretty happy with what I just did there. And the chicken leg I don't need yet, and so I'm going to leave it on the ground. If we somehow manage to take damage in this room, I can't imagine how. It's the easiest room ever. It's not like there's projectiles flying at me from 4 different enemies at once. Then we will have the chicken leg in reserve. And I look forward to the moment when I kill that guard box, because I'm really tired of listening to it go boom, boom, boom. And it just occurred to me that I could do this. Haha! The guard box has been silenced. I do, however, need to be careful about the fact that my mana is going down, and without any siphon in this particular character's build, I don't have any siphon runes, and the Hokage has no natural ability. No innate genetic ability to gain back magic points. I'm going to need to find some little potions that either are hiding in the furniture or that some of these enemies might drop in order to gain my magic back. So let's try not to overuse our magic, but let's definitely be sure that we pick up whatever the guard box dropped, which is 1 coin! Hooray! 21 gold. And I still don't need the chicken leg, so I can leave it behind. Okay, with the chakram, I think I might be willing to take on the mimics. Also, I'm a Hokage, so I might actually be able to 1-hit kill them. Actually, why don't I hit start and find out? Let's see. Level 126, strength 113, and hit points are conveniently off-screen. Rogue Legacy, you have failed me. Mimikant. Alright, I guess we're just gonna have to hit one of these guys and find out how it goes. I wonder if I can take out the skeleton first. Yes, I can. Great. And let's also deal with this guy, too. I'm really afraid of those Mimikants. They move so fast, And they're only the second tier. Like, the third tier ones are, like, ridiculous. Okay, so test number 1. Are you a one-hit kill? Yes. Okay, that makes everything 1,000 times easier. It's not necessarily going to be a one-hit kill in every room, because rooms have different levels of enemies. Slightly randomized, but kind of, like, correspondingly scaled to the level of your player. So I'm level 219, we see in the upper left. So it's possible that those were some easy mimicants, and in another room we'd get some harder mimicants who had a higher level, and perhaps I was just barely able to kill the ones in those rooms. And in another room, some more difficult mimicants would have more hit points, and I wouldn't be able to one-hit kill them. So let's be aware of that possibility. But at the same time, I feel somewhat confident about my chances here. Oh, darn it. Alright, can I just run across this whole thing? I guess I can, huh? Yikes. Or, you know, I could just take more damage, too. Doh. Alright, but we found the Maya boss room. And at this point, I think I've gotten all 4 of the ovals, which means we could also do, like, a little detour where we try to... Ooh, another one of these. And there's one in the dungeon. And I don't know that I'm going to use Hyperion's ring. What else could I get that might be better? I could get Helios's blessing, which would give me more gold. Although we've already cleared most of the rooms, and so that's not too useful. I get the Hedgehog's Curse, which would be bad. I get Hermes' Boots, which wouldn't really change much for me. I think at this point I'm happy enough with Hyperion's ring that I'm just going to leave it. I feel like I'm forgetting a 4th thing that we could get from praying for assistance. But it's really, my brain is just not coming up with what the other possibilities are. Are you going to jump ever? I think you will. Maybe I need to jump? Maybe I need to move slightly? There we go. Oh, and now you still hit me. Boo! I'm still not good at the wargs. I think I might teleport here. Let's do this. Darn it. That didn't work out at all how I wanted it to go. But at least I was thinking about using the Hokage's special ability, even if I didn't use it well. I've advanced from the previous way, where I would just never use the character's special abilities at all. And we'd have paladins who never blocked. And people would be like, Brian, what are you doing? And I'd be like, I don't know how to play this game. That wasn't exactly how the conversation went. But I did feel bad about not using the character's special abilities, because they really are, most of them, pretty good. And if you can learn to utilize them... Ooh. Okay, these Doom Trits are not one-hit kills. If you can learn to utilize the character's special abilities at the appropriate moments in time, it will definitely help you out. Looks like there's a chest in the room to the left of me that I didn't get. What's up with that? Oh, right! I remember this room now. Alright, let's do it. A chakram wouldn't completely suck. It might have hit somebody there. And it missed everybody there. There's a pupil, I guess, behind the mini-map in the corner, which seems a little cheaty. Gotta say. Setting up this room so that the bad guy is always completely hidden was not very nice. But we still managed to clear out that room. We still have most of our hit points, so I'm pretty happy with that. And there are still more rooms in the Maya, and so I'm going to go find some of those. I'll see you in a moment.